Hello my fellow freaks, I'm Doc Overload the Chaotic Freak, and hopefully everything is working good this time. This is the second time I've had to record this. Okay, so a little while ago so first of all, first thing I want to mention is that I'm sorry I've not been making videos lately. I have had a very stressful week at college. Last week was, it was exam week, and I had a whole lot of homework piling up. I had to get a whole bunch of stuff done. Then this weekend I was busy doing other things. Then Monday, another exam, and today is Tuesday. So this is the first I've done one stream at all during my entire break, and that was just like a last minute decision type thing. And that went up yesterday, I believe. Yeah, because well, technically up today, but like when you see it, it'll gone up yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm sorry that my videos have been very lacking lately. I'm going to work on that and make that better. Hopefully by this weekend, I will have a bunch more videos recorded and ready to go for you guys. It's been a lot. There's been a lot going on. And second thing, the reason I'm making this video. A few days ago, I was in a live stream with a guy named Gyrodactyl, and me, him, and one other guy that was also in the stream. We're all talking, and we were talking about pictures and video and picture editing software, because Gyrodactyl was at the time working on making emotes for his channel and streaming it, which is very cool. He was using Photoshop, and so multiple people were talking about different picture editing software they use, and I mentioned how I make my thumbnails is with OBS and with Paint. And they were very confused how I did that, and I gave them a very brief explanation, but they didn't really get it. And so I decided, rather than going to a full-length explanation right there in the chat room, it would be better if I just made a video explaining how I do it. So, and one big thing as to why I want to make this video also is because both Paint and OBS are free-to-use softwares. So yeah, they're free to use, so it's very easy to work with them, and it's free to work with them and whatnot, and you'll get everything you want. So the first thing you have to do, I have an empty scene open here, which is good. You have to pick how you want, like what kind of pictures you want. So I already know one of the pictures I want, which some of you guys definitely already know what it's going to be. Why am I going in my videos? It's my transfer YouTube, and it's right here. This is a thumbnail that NekoChibi made for me, which I really like. It's really cool. And the big thing about it, though, is that it has no background. It's completely transparent, or the background is transparent anyway, which is very important for my thumbnails because I don't want a white block around it. I want it by itself. And I believe she said that you can do that pretty easily if you make it as a JPEG file, but I don't know much about that. So yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and add that real quick. Add as an image, thumbnail, okay, browse, there. And it's freaking huge, it takes up way more than just the border. I actually don't know how big it is. So you gotta right click it, transform. You can also just right click this thing down here rather than clicking it on the picture itself, and then fit to screen. And then I want to adjust it, and I want to hold shift so that everything stays to scale. There. And bring it right there. And yeah, that's how it looks. I really like it as a PS4 controller. It's me. Basically, it's me with my wolf ears out, my dragon wings out, which I can't do on. I can't do that on camera because of reasons. This is my more humanoid form portrait that she took of me. I had to stand still for so long. Actually, I didn't really. She just took a picture of it, and then she drew this based off of that. But anyway, so yeah, I can't show it on camera though for legal reasons and YouTube terms of service policy. But so yeah, as my wolf wings out, my dragon wings out. I'm holding a PS4 controller. I'm holding a keyblade. I have a crown on, and it has my logo also, which my logo was made by Center Soul, by Kyle, as you guys probably know him because he's been in many of my streams. I call him Kyle all the time. So yeah, if you want art from either of them, Kyle also made my YouTube banner that I use as well. So if you want art made by either of them, there's a link to both of their stuff in the description box below. I recommend contacting them through Twitter because it's probably the easiest means of communication. I believe they're both taking commissions at the moment, so it's a great time to go to both of them and do that. And yeah. And now you want obviously more than just that. So you want another image as well, which I'm just going to call BG because it's my background image. And what do I want? Well, that's my base actually, not my. Yeah, whenever I make one of those pictures, I usually make a base copy to use, but I'm going to use LNO P2. It's a good example of what I need. So I want to transform that. I want to tell it to stretch to screen, and there we go. Now, I can also take my thumbnail image and I can move it around. I can push it slightly out of the border if I want to have it take away from the so it doesn't take away so much from the picture. I can have it flip horizontally so it's facing the opposite way. But for this particular thumbnail, I'm going to flip back this way, and I'm going to actually push it off a bit, just like that. Yeah, that's good. You can also add more things to it. This is just a very easy way that I use for it. And then you want to make sure that there's not a red border on the main image. So you can just either click off it or click an audio input source or something. Just make sure that you don't have anything that's visible selected. And then you say print screen on your keyboard, which let's see if I can show it to you guys. It's hard to look at do this while looking at it through a camera. Okay, I could just look at it right here and then I can actually see it. But yeah, so. We'll click the print screen button, which is right there. Well, almost every keyboard has it. And then you want to open up Paint, which I should have had open already. I didn't because I'm a goof. Paint. You want to say Control A, which selects the entire thing, and then Control V, which pastes the entire thing. And I typically have two images because I'm using two monitors, and they are virtually stacked on top of one another. But that's okay. If you're only using one monitor, you only have one. Then I usually put my select tool just a bit within the border so I don't get any gray in the picture. Drag it. There you go. And then you select crop, and then boom, you're good. Okay. And the way I usually get my background images is either I'll find a picture that I like for the game, like it's a promotional picture or something, I'll use that. Or I will actually, when I'm playing the game, find a picture to use, which is much easier in visual novel games to do than it is in other things. But just a game, a picture while you're playing the game of, that you like, and then just select that, and then use that as a picture instead. So, and then I don't usually add any other pictures. You could take this and you could put it back in OBS, or you could just add more layers while you're in OBS. But OBS is how I layer my pictures, and then how I add text like little drawings. For me, it's really just text. I'll take my text tool, I'll put it right here, boom. And then I already have it on a style I like. I have it on Comic Sans MS, which is not my. I think on my laptop I was using a different. I put over there for my laptop. It's not over there. Where's my laptop? Oh, it's over there. So instead of pointing over there, I do pointing over there. Yeah. I also couldn't really see my hand at all during most of that. It was off screen. That you guys don't really understand what was happening, but I was pointing like over there, and I was pointing over there. So yeah. Anyway, so I don't know what font style I used on that, but here I use Comic Sans MS, and then I already have it set to 100 font size, and then I have it in bold and italics. And then you can change the colors you need to, but then you type in, say number 2, because this is this was for Losing Off episode 2, and you can make it red. So I accidentally did whenever I was doing the last. Well, I'll show you something, a little trick I did. Well, that I accidentally did when I was recording the last version of this video. You can click off it. If you don't like it, you can Control Z it, because you can't go in and edit the text tool at all after it's right there. So you gotta do it either while you're in there or afterwards. So you can do like that, and then you can move your mouse just a little bit to the right, and then do it right there. It's a different color, like yellow, and then what? How do oh, I know how, because I was still in the text tool. You gotta click out and then click into it, and then you have yellow. Then you can do. Well, I'm gonna have to have those be a bit closer, but actually you can drag it, can't you? Yeah, you can drag it a bit and like that, which is cool. I think you can start doing stuff like that from now on, because that looks really cool. I mean, not with red and yellow though. But anyway, so yeah, so there's my tutorial on how I make my thumbnail videos. So you guys can, and again, this is all free software. The art isn't necessarily free, but you can get art in different ways. You can make it yourself. You can commission it like I did. So I just recommend commissioning from NekoChibi or from Soul. They're both really good artists. Most of my art that I use comes from the two of them, because they are just amazing. And before I head off, though, one more thing. As I mentioned before, I was in a stream with Gyrodactyl whenever I mentioned this, and I wanted to give a quick shout out to him because just recently on Twitch he got partnered, which is really cool. It's difficult to get partnered on Twitch, but once you get there, though, it is really nice. And I just think it's awesome that he got there, and I wanted to give him a shout out. And not just for him, but also his community. The community that he has built under him is really amazing. It's a very supportive and very friendly community, and it's been something that, like, I can literally go in there having a bad day, and then once the stream is over, I'm smiling and having a wonderful day because that's how, well, night, because it's always nighttime whenever he's done streaming for me, but that's how good the community is. It's amazing. The mods, the people, the fans, the support everyone has is truly amazing, and Gyrodactyl is really active on replying to comments in his chat, and including everyone and making sure everyone there feels like they're part of a huge family, and it's a great community. So yeah, and I really think that if you like supportive communities and you like fun games and whatnot, and a whole lot of positivity and just a bunch of fun people and a really hyperactive chat, that you should go check out his streams. Just check him out. You don't have to follow him. If you don't want to, just check out his streams. Stay there for 10, 20 minutes, see if you like it, and if you do, then great. If you don't, then oh well. And he's not going to be streaming the day that this video goes up, though, because he takes Wednesdays and Saturdays off, but he streams every other day. And the time that he streams, for me, is from 7 p.m. till I think like 2 a.m. But I am in Central Standard Time. He is 2 hours behind me. I forget exactly what his time zone is called, but he starts at 5 p.m. his time and then goes until midnight. It's not always midnight, but it's usually right around that area, though. And yeah. So, with all that being said, you are now required to have an absolutely fantastic day. You have no choice, and I will see all of you beautiful in this video. Stay freak, everyone. Ciao.